I really don't care about Jussie Smollett anymore. So I was only going to watch it because I know that's a conversation y'all like to continue to have, but I can really care.
Actually,
about it.
no.
Oh,
Have you
and
guys
then
seen a
obviously
new
this comes out on
Jussie
Labor Day.
Smollett documentary on Netflix yet?
How about we save it for something? How about we watch it and then we talk about it later?
We can do that
because I'd rather actually talk about it since we've been known the first few couple years to talk about it. So I'll watch it. I'll watch it this weekend, and we can talk about it Tuesday next week.
We'll talk about it next week. Okay, let me write that down.
But y'all can talk about it. Go for it. I got my priorities. And DeWan, I want to hear because you had your priorities where you were up in Spain. So let me have mine.
But I'm here and I'm prepared.
But guess what? And I don't have to be prepared.
I'm staying out.
It was Dick 30 and asked me if I care. Yeah, it's a birthday week. And what? Okay. Yeah. Where about y'all's, girl? That's how we do mine over here.
Oh, we're Gucci.
And same. That's why I didn't watch it. And that's why she didn't watch it.
Hey, community. Here's what's brewing today.
He got them C cups.
Netflix's Jussie doc.
And Cardi B's trial. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report.
Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie DeWan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell.
Hey, it's 2 weeks in a row, yeah. Hey.
I know.
Don't get used to this community.
I know, I was about to say. It's like, okay, I think we got, what, next week and then...
One more week.
then he gone again, y'all.
Skedaddling.
I'm like a bird, I want to fly away.
Damn. Speaking of, can y'all believe how much flack she's been getting online because of her weight lately?
Yeah. They've been picking on Nelly.
Look, I'm like, leave her alone. And also, too,
look,
like...
Everybody gaining weight because wasn't it, what's his face, who was getting flack for his stud titties, as they called it? What's his name? Omarion.
Oh yeah, they did get him. Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. You didn't hear about?
No,
I didn't hear see?
No.
Stop it.
No.
Not the C part.
I sure did not.
They were some C's.
Oh no,
baby! And he has a very interesting dance style. It's not anything.
So they bounce.
They were Saucy Santanian.
The visual. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
yeah, this was a couple months ago, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. They got in that ass.
Yeah, he's been missing. He hasn't been doing any live shows. I'm sure he probably went into the gym and got that situated. But
I can't talk it out.
But speaking of, I've seen so many men. Is it gyno? Is that what that gynoplasty? Is that what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been seeing so many men actually online and talking about like having gyno surgery because of their situations and stuff like that. I'm like,
it's the number one. A couple of ways.
It's the number one outside of like rhinoplasty. It's a number one male focused surgical procedure that's out there. And there's a lot of people that have had it. A lot of people especially bodybuilders, a lot of bodybuilders will have that because there is an area that is just a particular area that's really difficult to work out.
Bodybuilders get it because there's certain. Well, bodybuilders get it because there's certain steroids that increase your prolactin, and once your prolactin increases, it creates gyno in your nipple areas.
Yep.
That's gonna be one of them C cups. That's gonna be one of them.
That's the title of the episode. C cups.
C cups.
Oh god.
Damn. I mean, hey,
sorry,
whatever floats your
Omarion.
boat, though. Whatever floats your boat. I'm done with you too. I am done with you too. I am done with you too.
Oh baby, by the way, that was actually a popular song though.
Listen, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. These guys have been talking about women's bodies for centuries and eons, so it's about time we flip the script.
Yeah, I agree.
And we ain't got to talk about dicks either, because there's a whole bunch of other body parts that be not looking right. So,
whose dick ain't looking right? Say their names.
Yeah, I want to know. I want some more visuals. You've been doing great with the visuals, baby. This is gonna turn into a visual album episode real quick.
Look, I'm a taken man. I don't be in all that kind of mess.
Okay,
I'm above it.
I'm a lady. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, never mind. How was Labor Day weekend for y'all?
It was good. I applied for the Traitors show. So I
cool.
I did like a little video and everything. I answered all them goddamn questions and everything. Yeah. So we'll see if your auntie make it on Traitors or not. Yeah,
that will be fun. Wait, so are they doing just a regular smegular one? Because it seemed like the U.S. is doing the U.S. has been doing
a regular smegular one.
Oh, good. Because I'm sick and tired.
You probably shouldn't have said this on the podcast, because the second they be like, Auntie Henny ain't here for 4 weeks. We know where his ass at.
But here's the thing though, because everyone's like, you should be a traitor. You should be a traitor. And I was like, okay, after doing the traitor with my friends back in January, and I was an actual traitor, I won't do that shit again. Because that shit is nerve-wracking. Like, it's a game inside of a game inside of a game. And I just want to call people out. I just want to figure out who it is. So I was like, please make me be a faithful. Please, here's some clips from us doing this shit back in January.
And for the the podcast listeners, can you explain what Traitors is?
Okay, so it's the competition where, like, depends on the size. Like, I never actually seen the TV show. I've only done it with my friends, so I can't tell you the number of people that go to this castle, whatever the case is. But there are somewhere around like maybe 15, 18 people or something along the lines like that. And they all go away to like this castle somewhere out like in
Scotland,
the UK, Scotland or some shit like that. And a handful of them, maybe like 2 or 3 of them are what they call a traitor. And the traitor is someone who is hidden amongst the group of 15, 18 people. And it's their job to last throughout the whole season without being discovered. And throughout the season, they are like, killing people off or banishing people, and having the group also banish people off as well too. So there's a lot of manipulation, because you want to really put the focus and the spotlight on somebody else, especially for the traitor.
The idea of being a traitor is that you don't want anyone to think you are a traitor. And the way that the traitor's actions mostly take place is in an offsite. After everyone else is sleeping, then they wake up the next morning to find out, what did the traitors do? And so the whole show is kind of like a murder mystery. It's a whodunit, where you as a viewer, from the very beginning who the traitors are. So you don't have to guess, but you get to see the angst and the turmoil and the suspicion and the juiciness of this competition playing itself out, where no one trusts. There is very little trust, and everyone is pretending to be a faithful.
Yeah.
Didn't we just say a couple of weeks ago that Jarrell would be the one to go on the reality show? And he's like, I don't know. And this hoe just over here filming traitor applications and shit on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, look, because it was Fizz's birthday party on Friday, and while I was here, like 6, 7 people were like, you need to apply, you need to apply, you need to apply, you need to apply. And like literally at the party, they were making me sign up and apply for this bitch in real time. And so all I have to do is just do the video and take some photos afterwards. So yeah, I mean, what
kind of photos did you take?
That's what I was wondering too. What pose you give, bitch?
Some close-ups and a full body photo.
I know that's right.
Did you include the little Kim photo from the photo shoot we did last year?
That's the one you should have had.
That should have been the one I should have done.
Got the gooch all out.
That's what you should have had. That's funny.
Yeah,
I've never actually watched that show, but like I hear everyone talking about it.
We should flash that photo up on when we
should.
When the episode posts. Because you were looking great. That was a great picture, babe.
Thank you, baby. Yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, no, I've never watched that show. I've heard people always talk about it, and like obviously I hear Bob the drag queen talk about it all the damn time. And I always say, okay, I need to go watch it. But then you know how I am with TV shows. I start to see how many episodes and how many seasons, and I'm like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it in me.
I've watched the TV show. I've seen it in the US, I've seen it in the UK, New Zealand, and there's another one
Good Lord.
That I've seen.
What country has the best one?
Ooh. I think the UK. The UK has the best one. Actually, a lot of the ones, I take that back.
Because y'all know Dewan be watching the TV series.
All up in there.
I would say... Yeah, I would say the UK. I would say the UK in part because they typically don't use celebrities.
Got it.
I don't mind the US one, to be honest with you. I mean, it's got the celebrities one, but I'm not tuning in because I want to see your personality. I'm tuning in to see the cutthroatness. I want to see what I like about the show, because I saw the UK first, and I saw a couple of the other shows, and then I watched the US. And the US is all celebrities. And I'm not crazy about that, because then you already have some kind of allegiance or alliance depending upon who the celebrity is. And they usually have like some housewives, they have some drag race folks, they have some people from The Biggest Loser, they have people from a lot of the different competition shows. The one from MTV, The Challenge, like they have some from WWE. They have all these different people coming in. They come with a fan base and with an aura about them. What I like about the other Traitors is that you just have regular schmegular ass people that come in here. They don't know anyone else in the thing, and they're forced to build bonds because that's part of your strategy. But then also you are challenged because you don't know these people. So you don't, with celebrities, you kind of know how they act, how they show up on television, and they know that it's television. So they're going to throw on the television vibe. It's just like watching the Housewives. There's a version of the Housewives outside of the Housewives, and then when the cameras are on, there's a version that is making for TV. They get it. Regular people don't give a shit about that. So when the drama is real, the drama is real. It is. There are like hookups and breakups. Sometimes they'll throw in two people that actually know each other or are related to each other, a mother and a son, or a girlfriend and a boyfriend, or a brother and a sister. And when you see the drama unfold, because even within those situations, you as a viewer get to see everything. But again, you're watching a show where the people that are participating in it don't have a clue as to what's going on. Yeah. And so I
love when Jawan's passionate about TV. I love it. He get the hands going.
It's so good.
He be right there.
It is so good. Literally, like I binge watch all of the seasons of Traitors probably with last fall. Yeah, last fall is when I binge watched all of them. And then they had one more that came out
like maybe last year.
There was another season that came out in the US this year that had Bob the drag queen on it. And that was, I think, January or February of this year, which was great, by the way. It's just, they don't come out with enough seasons fast enough for me, because that show
Where are they filming this at in the US, Jarrell? Is it LA?
No, they all go
it's all over there. It's all over there.
They all fly. So they fly all of the people
UK.
Over to the UK, to the Spanish.
Even this one would be in
Scotland.
Scotland
place.
Okay.
The only time they did it different was in New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah, in New Zealand it was
about
different.
To fly your ass halfway across this damn world.
But for Australia, that was the one that I didn't mention, Australia. But for Australia, they flew them to. It was weird. Like New Zealand stayed there, and then Australia, everybody flew
to Scotland.
Yeah, they did. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. Now I want this now I want this for all of us now. Shoot.
Right. Shit. I guess I'm gonna have to watch then if you own it. Like I guess I'm keeping up.
Oh, I'll be watching. That's for sure.
Oh God, hell yeah! Because I already said Jarrell would be good ass reality TV. 1000%.
That's a program that I don't know that I enjoy watching. I don't know that I would enjoy being on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Leo.
I think I'd be good on it.
I'm not here to play games with y'all. I don't want to be stabbing somebody in the middle of the night and then trying to be fake in your face the next day. Like I don't want to. I'd rather watch that shit on TV than be a participant on it.
It's like stay over there. Exactly.
Yeah. And I guess I'm the opposite. I'd rather participate than watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why you'd be good as TV. Dewan, I would love. I want you to get this because I can't wait to just text with Dewan. That's what I really can't wait for. But like, yeah, Handy had to get in that ass today. I ain't surprised. Yeah, I hope.
I'm not ready for everyone to see that side of me. I'm not every.
That's
I'm
gonna
not
be
ready
good ass Minority Report podcast content. I can't wait. Lord, let him get this.
No, I'm nervous because I'm like, damn, people really see a whole other side of me.
You know what? Now that
because I know how to cry on demand. I know how to fake cry, all that shit. Like, yeah.
What would be really cool is actually if all three of us were on the show.
That would be crazy.
That would be bonkers.
That would be so crazy.
That would be bonkers.
The fact that we know each other and coming into it, and then all being on the same podcast, and and then not knowing who's who.
It's like, is this how we're about to stab me in my back?
Right.
Ooh. Damn, that would be good.
Yeah.
Good. We might need to have to just do that for the podcast for content, regardless. Let's play our Minority Report content with Community or some shit.
You should commit to. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and look through because there was a season that I thought was like probably one of the best of the seasons out of all of them. I'm gonna find out where that is, and then
where's the UK season on? What streaming or whatever?
Peacock.
Oh, some people. Okay.
Peacock.
Okay,
it's on Peacock. All of them are on Peacock.
All of them are on Peacock.
All of them are on Peacock. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think you can stream it anywhere else
other than Peacock
without buying it. Yeah, you can buy it on like Apple, and you can buy, but it. I think Hulu might have had the US maybe 3 or 4 days after they aired. Maybe I don't know, but for sure it's on Peacock. It's on Peacock. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see. But you know who else might be good on there? Taylor Townsend and Jelena, whatever her name is.
Oh, Jelena Ostapenko.
That was some good ass TV too. Ostapenko. That was some good ass TV.
Yeah. Look, I love that Taylor. She's like, all right, we can go outside. Outside the US. And she's like, I beat you outside the US. I beat you in the US. Like, it's whatever. Like,
I love how
I'm ready.
I love how in her press conference she said, well, I'm moving on and she's not, so I'll just let my record speak for me.
All right, the petty little nuggets she threw in that press conference was gold.
Great.
Was gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Like I get her. Well, okay, let's back up and explain for people who aren't.
Oh yeah, those. Hopefully you ain't been on the record because this was like the biggest news of the week, even if you don't watch tennis.
And it's 2 weeks later at this point.
Yeah. So Taylor Townsend is a tennis player from the U.S., a black woman, and Jelena Ostapenko is from
Latvia.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, Jelena's been known to throw some tantrums over the years. Like, I wasn't surprised that she was throwing another one, quite frankly. But in tennis, if like sometimes, even though they don't mean it, if you do like a let court or it hits the net and it goes over, a lot of times the tennis players will say, throw up the racket, say, oh, sorry, or whatever it may be. They really don't mean it.
It's an unspoken rule, etiquette. It's unspoken etiquette, but it's not a rule and it's not required.
Not a rule by any means.
It's polite, but it's
right.
But that's it.
That's it. It's a polite thing to say, okay, I didn't necessarily mean to hit it like that, but I'm glad I won. I won the point. So according to Jelena, throughout that match, there was a certain point, and what it is like Jelena was winning, and then she just started to choke and lost the match. So I think that's what really it was. But somewhere along the, because she was up like 5-1 or some bullshit, something crazy,
unraveled,
and so at some point along the way, Taylor hit one that hit the net, went over, and Taylor didn't say sorry, according to Jelena. So they go about the match. Jelena ultimately loses. They get up to the net, and Jelena loses her shit. And Taylor's like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And Jelena's telling her she's uneducated, she's not classy, all this stuff for hitting the net and not saying sorry. And so Jelena's having this, the crowd's getting into it, booing and everything. And Taylor's like being classy about it, like, okay, you know what? Have a good nice day. You lost. See you later, kind of thing. And so obviously it blows up everywhere.
Beautiful gowns.
Great match. Beautiful Great gowns. Match. Exactly.
Great match.
And so obviously it blows up. And so the on-court commentator obviously sees it too and asks her on the court. And Taylor just says what Jelena said to her, all this stuff. And so it just continues to blow up even more. People are like, oh, damn, this is crazy. Because the racial undertones, whether Jelena knows it or not, to call a black person, especially a black woman, uneducated, there's a lot of history between that terminology.
And classless.
And classless. So obviously then they get asked about it in the press conference, all this stuff. So it just blows up. And honestly, it helped Taylor because I went to the US Open that Friday. And the whole time I was thinking, oh, maybe Taylor Childs is actually going to be on Louis Armstrong court, because I was like, we got the ground passes, we got Louis Armstrong, perfect. No, that shit blew up so much. They put her on fucking Arthur Ashe at nighttime, put Aryna Sabalenka on Lewis.
By the way,
damn, the number one player in the world is on Lewis.
Which, by the way, for those of you who are not U.S. Open aficionados, Arthur Ashe Stadium is the big stadium where all the
biggest tennis court in the world.
That is a prestigious positioning for someone of her ranking.
Yes. One thing, because Taylor, quite frankly, is only ranked coming into the U.S. Open like 150 something.
Right.
Like, number one doubles player in the world, by the way. So let me throw that. Let me put some respect on her name. And she's actually a very good player. Right. Her singles just kind of goes up and down. She's way better than what her ranking is. But usually, if you're the number one player in the world, like Aryna Sabalenka, who's been to like 2 of the Grand Slam finals out of the 4 this year, usually she gets Arthur Ashe, but this shit blew up so much. They're like, oh no, we're getting all this ticket sales. We're going to put Taylor on there. And she ultimately won that night. So anyway, we saw this to say because the drama was crazy and how much support Taylor ultimately got, which I'm glad.
Me too.
Because Jelena lost her shit. Yeah. And it was so fucking bonkers to see. And just the way that Taylor handled it. She's gained a lot of supporters from this last 2 weeks of the Open, honestly, and it's awesome to see.
This year has really been her year, and I'm so happy because, I mean, I remember when she first started coming out as well, and just the negative press she got because she doesn't, quote unquote, look like the conventional tennis player, you know, being more on the... I wouldn't even call her bigger. She's just not petite. Bigger. She's just not a petite woman, you know, like a lot of the other girls are. And neither was Serena either, you know, who also got very similar type of media coverage as well, too. So I love that, you know, she's basically getting back to where she was before she had her baby. You know, she's the first woman since having a baby to win a major Grand Slam. It was doubles. It was still doubles, but she won the Grand Slam title as doubles as well, which is still hard to do, you know?
And she's won like 2 or 3 of them.
Not everyone has achieved.
Right. Exactly. You know, so it's real. I'm just so happy for her. And then, like you said, it's just been so great to see people rallying, you know, behind her. And of course, Sabalenka was like sticking up for, you know, Jelena Ostapenko. And I was like, of course. Well, that's because, you know, they all,
everybody going through some things.
But they circle around that same area near Russia. So they all kind of, you know, have a very similar mindset. Yep. So,
oh, nobody asked your ass nothing anyway.
And I felt so bad for her the last round because she had 9 match points. That was just so... That was tough. That was tough.
That was very tough.
That was tough. But you know what though? But I get her. Right. But in her press conference though, she's like, "I'm exactly what I'm supposed to be." So you know what? I'm good. I'm happy. And then of course we got to see Naomi and Coco play too, which was
Naomi's looking good. By the time this episode comes out, we'll know who won. Yeah, Naomi's looking good,
baby. The way she was smiling, she had a smile on her face. Yeah. No care in the world. I said, that's dangerous. That is
very dangerous.
Dangerous. Okay.
Yeah. Even if she doesn't win this year, it's really setting her up for next year. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, 1,000%. They don't want that Naomi. They sure don't. That's what Coco said. Coco was like, people fail to realize she won multiple Grand Slams. Like, on paper, I was supposed to win, but it's Naomi Osaka who has won 4 Grand Slams. She's like, no matter where she may be at right now or where her body may be, it's Naomi Osaka. She was like, so I can't be mad. And I was like, kudos to giving her credit because She showed up.
Yeah. So, but it was so dope at the U.S. Open, like going there that Friday. This is how big the Taylor Townsend thing got. You know, and DeJuan, you know, like in New York, there's always like black dudes in the subway just talking, hanging out. Like that's just the thing to do. And I was there and I had my U.S. Open hat on, and we were like getting off the 7 to hop on the 1, and the dude was like, "Hey," and I didn't know he was talking to me. He's like, "Hey, did you just come from the tournament?" I'm just walking, trying to get to the next subway. And he's like, "Yeah, no, you." I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "You saw Taylor won, right?" I was like, "Yeah, man." And like, it's just like two homeboys that you would not think would know about no damn tennis.
Yep.
That's how much of a pop culture moment it had become.
Yeah.
And how big our culture and our community be rooting for one another. Like, I was like, "Oh, you all want some smoke? Oh, no, you got the whole community on them now." Like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So it was just a cool feeling. Like, she had the whole city buzzing off of that. And that was like the night. So this was like the match after that all kind of went down. For her to win on Arthur Ashe at night. Like, that's what everyone kind of dreams to do.
Yeah.
And to have so much support, like you were saying, Jarrell, like, I know she's feeling good, even though it sucks to lose, and she said the right thing. Even though deep inside, I'm sure she's like, "Damn, I was right there. I had to ask."
Yeah,
she's still live right now in doubles. Obviously, she's playing Venus.
She's playing Venus. I know. While we record this, look, that's why I pulled in my phone because I was looking. It ain't on yet. It ain't on yet because I was looking. I said we might have to move on to the next theme because because I don't even. I know. This has been a good U.S. Open. It has been so good. Yeah. And it's kind of like, I think we like the French Open. The French Open was good this year as well. Yeah, the French Open was very good. The U.S. Open is playing out to be just as good. By the way,
shout out to my baby daddy, Carlos Alcaraz, and the haircut. I like it, boo. Oh. I think I said it last week, but I really like it's growing out a little bit too. You look fine as shit. Now that it's grown,
now that it's grown out, he looked a little less sick, okay? Because at first I was like, "Is my homie okay?"
Yeah, he looked hella good,
and he playing hella good too.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to Sinner Alcaraz again. Last night, Sinner beat the shit out of old boy. I was like, "Damn!" That dude said, "He's like."
Bublik was just like,
"Bad. What the fuck?"
He laughed at the nap. Bublik was just like, "Well, shit.
What are we gonna do?
Like,
what are we gonna do?
Can't do shit.
I don't even know.
He
said, "Are we finished or are we done?"
Period, because Sinner was
no, I think he was asking, "Can we finish?" Because I'm done.
I'm done. That's so true.
Done.
Yep.
So no, it's shaping up to be good. Like, I mean, like Taylor Fritz and Novak tonight. So it's been a very good tournament. And shout out, I gotta say this, shout out to DeJuan, because he let me stay at his crib. Nobody was at the crib. He's like, "Oh, you gonna stay in the city?" "Oh, crash on my crash." So thank you, love. I appreciate
you're welcome,
hospitality.
You're welcome.
So yeah, even though I missed you not being in the city, that would have been nice. But
where were you at? What'd you do? Okay, the Hamptons.
I was in Hamptons. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the Hamptons.
That's what's up. Well, she was still being sharp.
Being sharp. That's all she know how to do.
The Hamptons.
That's all she know how to do.
Yeah, no, it was our friends Marco and Tony from and Eduardo and well, Steven actually wasn't able to make it. By the way, shout out to Steven, who is battling COVID right now.
Oh damn!
Like, they're just people still getting it, still catching strays. So
because y'all be outside.
So we do. Leave no crumbs. Leave no crumbs.
Love.
Don't no
leaves, no grass unturned.
Look, this that was the last weekend of the last holiday weekend of the summer. Summer technically goes into the 21st of September, but if you're gonna do anything, you got to do something this past weekend. So we have to do something.
Especially because we don't get many government days off anyway. So,
facts.
Yeah, the way I was like, give me this extra day. And by the way, I'm going to take the rest of the week off too. Yeah. So I said, fuck it.
And by the way, it was a gummy cannabis-filled weekend for all of us in the Hamptons. Like, every single day, we just ended the day with 100 milligrams. And baby, we were... Garen. So much so I came back this weekend. I was like, I don't want to touch nothing. I don't want to look at nothing. It was nice being in outer space, but I'm glad to be home.
Come on, Katy Perry.
He kissing the ground and shit.
I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, shout out to all the potheads that are out there that like start their day, 8:00 in the morning with a big old fat blunt. Like that's some dedication, because I just can't imagine spending every day blazed. No. I can't. I don't have the constitution for it. So.
Although let me tell you, I don't mind it though, because given the way the world is right now, honestly, I want to be in the land of Lulu. Not me the fuck up.
I'd rather be in Spain.
Lemon, Lil Boo Boo, like all the Lulus. Little Cindy.
Well, we know why you'd rather be in Spain.
I'd rather be in Spain.
We know why you'd rather be in Spain.
Hey, Raphael.
But while I'm here,
I know that's right.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? By the way, I was going to say this for the end. We got to talk about it right now. If you're not watching the Cardi B trial,
bitch,
you are fucking missing out on the best shit I've seen in so fucking long.
Yeah.
Cardi is incredible. Cardi is so fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah. 1000%.
And you are no longer big boned. You are security heavy.
Now I try to call her a bitch.
And who in the world is this attorney of theirs? Because he is horrible. Just
horrible.
Absolutely horrible person. Like the kind of questions that he's asking and the ad libs that he's doing with like, it's just
so you can't ad lib against Cardi. Are you kidding me?
You're gonna lose.
You're eating alive every fucking time. Every fucking time.
And I'm actually surprised that the judge is allowing it to get this, because the prosecuting attorney, the one for the security chick, asked to treat Cardi as a hostile witness, which gives them, from a legal perspective, a lot more leeway to do this kind of like banter, which to me just makes it feel like, okay, dude, you're really trying to make a name for yourself, and it's backfiring like in a big way. Like you thought you were going to eat, but don't nobody go to this content,
man. The best quotes. Like oh my god, it's epic. It's everything I wanted. I didn't even know I needed this in my life, but I'm glad it's happening. I really am. And it's great promotion for her upcoming album, quite frankly.
Really is.
Yeah.
Because we weren't talking about Cardi this heavy.
She back.
She back. So shout out to Cardi for being iconic.
Well, since we're on the television / case judicial court system trials and tribulations, throwback to you can cut out of this conversation, Jarrell. We know that you are not interested in this at all.
I'm still here.
She ain't do her homework.
Show didn't.
But there is a new documentary that's on Netflix about what's been going on with the trial. It's everything that the investigative teams, the researchers found out since the trial has happened, piecing all these things together. And I saw it last week, and just
of who though?
You forgot to say the
all
name.
Parties.
I'm
sorry, Jussie Smollett. Oh, I'm sorry. Jumped right in it. Sorry. Yes, this is all about Jussie Smollett. So flashback to 6 years ago when we first started the podcast.
Community member.
That was a topic.
I think it was episode 1.
Every single one of our episodes for the first 6 months. We were talking about that stuff. What were some of your? I don't want to give anything away, but what were some of your key takeaways? Give it away now. I love when we cycle like that.
Give it away. Overall, I liked how they set it up, because it played with the biases that you might have had of the entire trial. Mm-hmm. Like maybe the nuances. You're like, yeah, that nigga did it, or no, I don't think he did it because of XYZ, because the Chicago cops are crooked and things like that. Like a lot of conversations that we've had over the years about that situation, I thought they did a good job of outlining it and playing with, oh, no, I'm on this side. And then by the end, you're like, ooh, I might be actually on the other side because I didn't know that happened or this occurred. So the way it was outlined was very well done, actually. And there were just pieces of information that I never knew about this trial that I don't know. Like, I'm torn. I'm genuinely torn on where I land.
Yeah.
Because there's video evidence that they didn't have there that is out now that you're like, hold on, how did that not get into the trial? And then how is there pieces of the video missing out the blue
that are critical?
Like, who has
that are
critical to the case? Like, because the timestamp jumps, like people realize, like, hold on, why did the timestamp jump?
Right.
That makes it look like the cops deleted some of the information from the video. And you're like, hold the fuck up. And then there was witnesses that they didn't even bring in, that you look at their testimony that aligned with Jussie's, that we never knew
saw
about in this whole
never even knew
case.
Existed. Never knew that there were eyewitnesses.
No. And so you're just like, how did this all get taken aback? Like, and so you almost feel for him, because like you're like, hold on, this nigga might have been telling the truth.
and what I do appreciate about their approach to this particular documentary, it did feel balanced, because number one, they had Jussie actually participating in the documentary, so he was collaborating with them and sharing his perspective. They had the Nigerian brothers,
two brothers,
participating. And they had the police chief of Chicago at the time. Yeah. So,
and the lawyers.
And the lawyers. And then of course they had a whole
room but the judge.
So what's really interesting about this particular kind of documentary is that it doesn't sway you in one way or the other. It does, in my opinion, a really good job of presenting the information just as it is. And then at the end, it's really leaving you as a viewer wondering, like,
what you think.
Wait a minute, now that I know all of this, what really happened? Because it's not as cut and dry.
It's not cut and dry.
It's not. And that's why I think people struggled with, this case from the very beginning, because again, you have the story that we've heard, from Jussie's perspective. And then when these two Black Nigerian brothers came into the picture, it was like a complete curveball that threw everything out the window.
And now you find out, like, potentially they might have been the ones lying, because they had some felon one of the brothers had a felon history.
Yes.
And he was able to get that expunged from his record if he collaborated or corroborated with the police on the story. And you're just like, and it was videotape of like that had never been released that they found. Like, so the people, the folks putting this documentary together, weeding through all the information. So there was just additional video content that was out there that they probably weren't even supposed to see. And that's how they found this conversation out. And they're like, wait, hold on.
Yep.
Why have we never seen this? And why is this conversation of them getting their records expunged? And then next thing you know, they're agreeing with the cops. Like, it's wild.
And to be honest, and one of the things is so damning is that there is actually no evidence that places those two individuals at the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. There's no evidence. Even the surveillance footage that they showed from all of the 19 different surveillance cameras that are either on the street or part of, private residences and businesses and et cetera, that they surveilled, could not place those specific two individuals. They found two individuals, but not those two individuals.
Yeah.
Don't burn your food, girl. I will say this. Well, I'll give you some time to go get your food out, and then I'll continue. But I was just going to say, documentaries don't really intrigue me. I really could kind of care less. I mean, I don't like it. It's just not my thing. I was already pro Jussie the last time we talked about it. And again, you OG listeners, we talked about it for at least probably the first 2-3 years, because
it felt like it. It kept coming back up.
Well, no, because it happened the first year, but the trial didn't happen until like a year or some months later. So for like almost the first half of the life of the podcast, we talked about it.
Jussie.
I personally was just kind of over it. Had y'all said that it would have helped you like go one way or the other, I think I would have watched it then. But now I'm like, I think I still can care less. I honestly can still care less. If it's just, I'm talking about for me. I'm just talking about for me. Like because again, like I was already on the fence. If I'm not getting actual answers out of it, I don't care.
You get answers, but it was set up in a way that is either going to enhance what you thought or maybe give you a moment of pause of like, oh, damn. Like, I didn't think about that. I didn't know about that. And honestly, I kind of have forgotten about a lot of the details of this case, quite frankly. I haven't thought about it in years at this point. And so I was like, oh, yeah, damn, that did happen. The funniest part, though, to me, Dewan,
can I just...
in my spirit,
first
I'm like...
15 minutes?
Shout out to Frank Gatson, which was crazy.
That's what I was going to say. Shout out to Frank, too, because the first 15 minutes of the episode, Frank Gatson, who was on our podcast not too long ago.
But it kind of makes you think, though, like if Frank didn't call the cops, maybe all of this didn't happen because Jussie did not want the cops called. It was Frank that called because he was worried about Jussie. Like, hold on, this is fucked up. And so that's how it even got out there. Yeah. That's kind of wild, learning that. I was like, damn, okay. So I wonder if there's like some kind of feeling. But the funniest part to me, though, and it maybe still gives me a moment of pause of like, okay, I don't know where I lean. Is like, that nigga picked up that sandwich and came back to the crib, though. You got beat up and you picked up your Subway sandwich.
I mean... I would kind of do the same thing too.
I was thinking, that's what made me laugh because I was hungry and ain't got no food in the house.
Right, you don't leave the house at 2:00 in the morning to go get some, then get beat up and be like, okay, I'm not going to take this food back with me because I'm still hungry. I might have a black eye, but damn, I still got to get something to eat.
That shit had me dying though. I was like, damn, I don't know what I would have done. I was like, I think I probably picked up my sandwich too.
I would have did it. I totally. That to me is not like a
damning.
That's not a tell. Right. That's not like a rational person wouldn't do that. No, bitch, I paid $7.95 for this foot long. I'm about to eat this.
$7.95. That's nice.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it was 2019. It was 2019.
No, girl, and they still like
now 12, it's like
they still ridiculous.
I don't really eat Subway, so I was just guessing. But you know,
and don't. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that shit had me cracking. I was literally cracking up because I was like, damn, low-key, I think I would have picked up my sandwich too.
he probably had chips and a soda in there.
Baby. That don't got his Lay's all crunched up.
Low-key, I want to know low-key, I want to know what kind of sandwich he has. What was it? Was it meatball?
That Italian,
because it was cold.
That Italian BMT.
The chicken teriyaki with the habanero cheese.
This Jussie had an Italian BMT. Oh man, but it was well done. Like, because normally I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Yeah. It had me intrigued the entire time. Yeah. And those Nigerian brothers, they're something else. They were in this to sell themselves, to get fame, and it didn't work out. And now being in this documentary, I think they're trying to set them.
They have a book that they were trying to sell and couldn't even pronounce the name of the book. Like,
I know.
It was just. Girl.
And their lawyer was like a little kooky too. Like, this is a lot. So yeah. So like, and honestly made me feel for Jussie though again, because it's just like, it would suck if this truly happened to you and nobody believes you, and that's all you care about.
And you went to jail.
Name.
You went to jail because people thought you were a liar. And it's wild because not every time, when I was watching it, every time the concept came up of a liar, right? Yeah. Like, I would always think of like, okay, when I was 8 years old, 10 years old, like, they were like, you're in grade school and whatnot, and you're learning how to manipulate people. You're learning how to be friends, and then that's when people start getting bullied and da. And I just remember conversations with my parents about you have to be a good person, you don't want to be known as a liar, and to have a whole litigated scenario happen that possibly never really happened, like, to orchestrate all of this, it's just crazy to me. And to still years later not know where the truth really lands, that to me is bonkers.
Yeah. So
somebody out there lying.
Somebody
out there
that
lying.
part, because that chief policeman got fired. and everything for lying and shit. So it's just like it's a lot.
I will say that they were fair. They were fair in the way that they treated, because they also said that, listen, Chicago at that time, there have been a lot of other things that have been going on. There have been a lot of corruption things that have been happening. Anytime that there is a high profile /celebrity incident, it calls into question their credibility. So there was increased scrutiny of the Chicago team. They needed a win. So they wanted to go after this. I don't know that they did it in the most ethical kind of way. I can't say that they did. And the fact that they chose to kick this back on, the person just doesn't sit right with me if it isn't true.
Yeah, I agree. So community, check it out if you're out there. And again, for you, the OG community members, I know y'all remember all them conversations about Jussie from like the first year, and then the second or third year. It was literally, I think even we talked about in the episode that we always mention once in a while, the episode that never saw the day of light.
Oh yeah.
I think it was in that one too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because its story had just broken. When we were doing
it was January 2019.
We recorded 5 episodes.
Right. We recorded
about 5 episodes that will never hear the light of day. But that was one of those original 5.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, it's been that long. I was like, sheesh. But anyway, community, I think we're going to take a quick little tea break because we do have an Ask Yo Aunteas that we want to get to. Yes. And we'll be right back. Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minoritea Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options, from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jarrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at MinoriteaReport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. All righty, ladies. What time is it?
Ask your
auntie.
Right. Do that little. Oh God, I'm not over that commercial.
That guy commercial still gets me.
Everything. Let's see here. Who wants to read it? Joanne, I feel like you haven't read one.
Oh, where is it?
In the
chat. They're in the chat there.
Okay. Hey, aunties. Thanks for taking my question. You're welcome. My man and I have been happily in a poly relationship for about a year now, but together for 3 years. We've got our people on the side, and it's been mostly good vibes. However, my boo has recently started seeing someone new. Let's call him Kai. And child, I'm feeling away. Kai is fine and fine. Like fine. Got that melanin popping and everything. Suddenly, I'm overthinking my own connections and the competition. I'm overthinking my own connections and worry my man is going to be all googly eye for Kai. Is this a regular polyamory drama, or should I be looking for some voodoo spells? How do I deal with these feelings without acting like a whole ass fool?
Ooh, I mean, if you googly eyed, your boo gonna be googly eyed too. That man fine as shit.
Right, so don't fault him. Like, clearly y'all got that's the eye vision. Clearly y'all could both see.
Right. So. Come on, Pearl Vision.
And you both got good taste. America's best, okay?
Seriously. I mean, when we saw this come in, and I was saying it before we hopped on, I was like, we need to have someone on here that's in a poly relationship, just to kind of give us their dynamics and things like that, because I'm not in one. The older I get, I think I could, and I think I've said that over the years. Just my mind, I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so I'll say that for another conversation.
It's not just your mind, girl.
I know, right? That's just the mind. Exactly. And I don't know the emotions and stuff. I say that now, and it could change for me too. I think Corey could, to an extent. he's way more jealous than I. Way more jealous than I. But also, if Corey found someone that he really liked, Corey would throw all that in the trash, but like, it is what it is. So Corey's an equal opportunity.
So Corey first, then you. Okay, I get what you're saying. I got you. Yep.
But in this situation, I just don't know what the dynamics of your relationship is. And so, like, I don't know if, like, in your poly relationship, like, you each have your own situations and you just don't play with each other's situation or what. Because, like, if that's not the case, then just join in on the fun. Like, you'd be like, boo, you don't pick the good one. You know? So I don't know. And maybe from the way you sent this, and maybe it is the case that, like, you each have your side things and it doesn't really kind of cross-pollinate there. But I mean, I think it's real, like, the have feelings. It's just like, if you're in a poly relationship, I don't think that means feelings don't come here and there, or maybe jealousy or whatever it may be. But I think you just have a conversation, just be like, man, boo, I think your man fine. I like him too. And see where it leads. I don't know. That's the only thing you can really do, quite frankly, is communication. That's the biggest thing on every relationship, is communicate these feelings, communicate where you stand, communicate what you're thinking, and figure that shit out then. Cross the bridge as you're crossing it. I that's all I can say, really. But fine is fine, and he picked a good one. And so, you know, that was, you thought he was going to pick someone ugly? I don't know. Like, shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think it'd be great to have somebody that's been in, like, a polyamorous, like, relationship on, because I am very curious from the dynamics. From what I've learned of some of my friends that are into poly relationships, like, if you're in at least from my friends that I've met, they date other people, but they don't mix the persons that they're dating with each other, like a throuple would. Like, in a throuple, like, they're dating, all three are dating each other. But in a polyamory, like, these two people are dating, but they're dating other people on the side, and those lanes never cross, right?
Yeah. So
I don't think I could do a poly relationship. I could probably do a throuple, because I need to be knowing what's going on. Like, you know, I'm just you're not gonna have me out in the dark over here, but like, is he coming home? He's not coming home. No. Move that nigga in. We all living together. Okay. I need to see both y'all. Put your hands up. Okay.
Derek Barry over here.
Put your hands up.
Look, okay. So me personally, I don't think I could do it, but I will say that I understand poly, like, relationships a lot more, though, because I've met people who, like, they are friends now, but, like, some people I've met that when I first met them, I'm like, man, I could see myself dating this person. Like, and I'm just like, dang. And I'm like, we got a lot in common. I'm like, man, ain't you cute? Like, but I'm like, but I got a whole, but I got a whole ass man. So, like, I understand how someone could have feelings for someone else while they're in a relationship with someone, you know, as well. So I get that. I just don't understand the dynamics of a poly relationship to give feedback. So I will say this: focus on yourself. If Kai's fine, bitch, you better get fine too. Okay, we were talking about gynoplasties earlier. If you gotta tuck them titties, bitch, tuck them titties too. You know, get rid of that C cup if you need to.
Get rid of that C cup.
You know, like, if you gotta do a couple of sit-ups, you know, do a couple of sit-ups. You know, do what you gotta do so that your man makes sure he's still googly eyed for you. Like, if it's feeling like he is staring somewhere, then like Carell said, y'all gotta have some form of communication. But, you know, I'm always saying, you know, people forget, just because you get in a relationship don't mean you gotta check out. You gotta remember. You get caught sleeping, you be on the curb. So if you gotta, you know.
But I have a question. Like, if you're in a poly relationship, can't, like, you could be googly eyed over multiple people.
If you're polyamorous, the concept of polyamorous is you can be in love with multiple people and have full on relationships with those other people that do not involve your other partners.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the idea. It's multiple love.
So you
break
might
the
need
word
to check
down.
that in yourself.
Exactly. Maybe that's
I would say that's
or maybe he's jealous he don't got a Kai. Maybe he don't got a Kai, and that's what the jealousy is.
He ain't got a Kai.
Exactly. I want one too. Where mine at?
I feel like polyamorous relationships, or even open relationships, do not work when there is jealousy. And they certainly don't work when that jealousy is fueled by insecurities. So,
part of it,
you know, like the fact, you know, community member, that you're not concerned so much about the relationship that you have with this person, but are kind of projecting what could happen if the person that you have chosen to be in a relationship with could potentially fall for, in some kind of way, this other person that you already have an agreement with, that's the nature of your relationships. They should be free to fall in love with and have relationships with anybody else. Maybe within certain confines, and I don't know if this is outside of the confines of what you all discuss as the terms for your polyamory, but the reality of it is just the words "love multiple people" means that can happen. And so I'm not here, to be honest. I mean, you know, this may sound a little, you know, shady and judgmental, but I'm not here for the jealousy at all. Like, if you're a jealous person, or if jealousy starts creeping in, that's something for you to resolve, not for something that you to automatically put on them. Now, if they've done something or said something, like, I could understand if they would have said, oh, and you're writing up to us, you said, oh, you know, this person's been saying, yeah, you know, this other person I'm with is making me rethink my perspective on polyamory. That might be pause for cause. But just by the sheer nature of your relationship dynamic and being polyamorous, you and your partner have chosen to be in a relationship where you can be in a relationship with other people. That doesn't necessarily mean that it pulls them away from you. Right. Now, maybe it means that for you, maybe you might not have that capacity. And so it's difficult for you to see how someone else could be in a full-on other relationship, do all the lovey-dovey kind of things that they want to do within that relationship that doesn't trickle over into yours. And maybe you don't have the capacity for that. And so this may be an aha moment for you to really assess, is this the right kind of relationship for you? Or do you need to determine some other kind of, and agree upon some other kind of ground rules that both of you can abide by? And if not, I don't think that this is the life for you, boo. I'm sorry. It's not.
And I'm glad you want to figure out how to not act a whole ass fool, because I can tell you that's not the answer, because he going to end up with fine ass Kai in a heartbeat. Right. I can tell you that. Act a whole ass fool if you want to.
Yeah. I don't know why, when you were talking about the jealousy, Dewan, I thought about myself when the times I do get jealous. In my mind, I always think about, all right, I gotta switch it up somehow. Turn the wig around, girl. Turn the wig around, girl. I feel like Beyonce from Chain Girls. I'm gonna switch it up on them, girl. I'm gonna make sure you gonna get something out of this. I'm gonna switch it up somehow.
Listen, and just to be clear, this does not mean that we don't sympathize with what you're feeling. Like, what you're feeling is natural. It makes sense. There is a certain level of uncertainty that comes along with the kind of relationship that you're in, and you're going through that. And let's not also ignore the fact that, boo, you are only in a 3-year-old relationship. And I'm not saying that to minimize, you know, the love that you have for each other, the experiences that you've had, but, you know, take it from aunties that have been in much longer term relationships that have had to trouble a lot of different storms. This is pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's part of the journey.
What you feeling?
Yeah, communication. It's part of the journey for any relationship. Is that communication, and it's with yourself and it's with your partner. You got to be honest with yourself, and once you're honest with yourself, you'll find the words to be honest with them.
Yeah. So, can you just, 1000%. Jarrell? Can you just say that one more time, because people gloss over that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like every relationship needs to focus on communication. And once you start to be honest with yourself and what you want, what you need, and how you're feeling, you'll be able to figure out how to articulate to the person in your relationship so they can understand exactly how you feel, because ain't nobody a mind reader.
And it's not I'm feeling like
that second part first.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. And
they don't even know how they feel.
And I'm talking about myself, me included.
Right. And a lot of people will come to these conversations saying, okay, I did some self reflecting, and I don't like this. That's not it, girl. You as Yana said, scream into the hole. Like, there is more digging that you need to do to understand, well, wait a minute. You know, first of all, what is it about the attractiveness of the person that is with your boo that is an issue for you? Secondly, what is with this comparison of the attractiveness of this individual with the people that you've been hooking up with? Because the reality of it is you have the opportunity to make as many choices as you want about the people that you hook up with. So if you are hooking up with people that are subpar in the attractiveness category, that ain't your husband's problem. That's your problem, boo.
Ooh.
So when I say dig deep, those are the kind of conversations that you need to be having with yourself. Why am I bothered? Why am I projecting this? Why is this an issue for me? And it's not an issue with them before you go to them to bring the issue to them.
Yeah.
Because they could be looking at,
they could be
looking at Kai like, yeah, he's cute. And yeah, we're having a good time. But like, I love your little C cups. Like I like to cuddle up next to some, whatever it is that you bring it to the table. So projecting about beauty is not necessarily the thing. So we have to unpack that.
And it doesn't mean that we all don't have those moments where we're like, damn, am I fine enough? Am I this enough? Everyone has those moments. But y'all nailed it. It's just like you need to think that through for yourself before you even have this conversation, because it's going to go left with the quickness. Yeah. It happens every day of time. We know it's going to happen, but we don't care sometimes that it's going to happen. That's what it really comes down to.
You act a fool, you're going to be acting single. You ain't gonna be in no poly anything.
Single.
You're gonna be in that monoamorous relationship. Or
I will
hand amorous relationships.
Cuffing season is right around the corner. Cuffing season right in the corner. And it's about time to start getting your rosters together. Start going through your roster to see who's on and who might need to get cut.
Yeah.
So.
But let us know what you decide and send us some pictures. Because maybe you got a Mufasa looking Kai. We might change our whole tune. Like,
Aaron.
Yeah, you got something to worry about.
That's Mufasa. That's Mufasa. I know that's right. Well, community, continue to send your Ask Yo Aunteas to AYA@MinoriTeaReport.com. I almost forgot the .com. And DM us. That's what a lot of folks do. Or let's end the year with a T line. We haven't had one in so long. Let's end one to the T line.
Yes.
Send us the questions so we can hear your beautiful voice. If you don't want your voice recognized, we can speed it up, slow it down, whatever we need to do to manipulate it to keep you anonymous. And what is the T line, Dewan?
It's 844-TEALINE or 844-832-5463.
Yes. And give us an update. Let us know if you acted a whole ass fool and what happened, and if you're single, or if they understood your emotion. Maybe. And sometimes, like in relationship, not to belabor this longer, but sometimes you just know how your partner is. Sometimes you just be like, hey, I know they acting a fool, but hold on, he'll calm down in a minute. He'll calm down in a minute. He ain't worked on that part of himself yet. He'll be all right. Let's see here. A couple things here. Sorry to the Orgy Dome that was destroyed at Burning Man. I know a lot of y'all go to Burning Man to have some relations in the Orgy Dome, but that wind came whipping through there. Said not
today. Not today, Satan.
Today. Woo! They said no, not today. Which I didn't even know was a thing, the Orgy Dome. Which just brings me to this point, even though I know a lot of the LGBTQIA plus community goes to Burning Man, but there's a whole lot of straight folk that go to this and they do this. Stop talking about the gay community because when y'all do the same damn shit. Like that narrative is so played. Y'all going to the Orgy Dome at Burning Man. Stop playing with me. Don't say shit about us.
It definitely be the people that be protesting too much that got the most skeletons in their closet.
Need to burn that shit up in the Burning Man. That's what you need to do. How about that?
Maybe if you they left some of them left burning. I'm sure.
Yeah. Baby.
And maybe if they
get that doxy,
maybe if they get their backs blown out correctly, they wouldn't be in other people's business.
Okay, Phaedra, that was a Phaedra. I know that's right. And then damn. This one kind of hurt my soul a little bit.
Oh, please. I know.
Gloria Gaynor.
The child
is a MAGA supporter.
Oh.
That one hurt my soul. I'm like, this heifer.
It really did.
Heifer, not Gloria. Come on now, Jesus.
The way I literally on Saturday, I was singing the song, and I was like, oh, nope, can't do that no more. Like, I caught myself just even singing the song. I was like, nope.
What a way to kill it.
It's such a staple.
I know.
Right?
And I was low key, like, before I even like shared anything about this or posted anything about this or anything like that, I was giving it like a few days to like.
Same.
I was just wondering, like, okay, well, because by the way, they're talking about the amount that she's reportedly given to the Republican Party and to some specific candidates, problematic candidates, by the way. On the Republican Party, the total amount was $20,000. So we're not talking about life-changing, whatever. And so I was hoping that maybe there might be like a counterpoint that came out that says, okay, she gave 20 to this, but she also gave like 480 to the Democratic Party, and this just happened to be people that she donated, because sometimes you donate to some people that are friends of family and da 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 da, and you're donating to help, and it's not necessarily because you believe their ideology and da 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 da. And I don't know how far this is going back. If this is going back, well past MAGA, if it's only 20,000 since the last 16 years, because Gloria been around for a hot minute, and if her only political contributions is $20,000. You're not really not doing that much, but it's still hurtful to see.
But the thing is, though, people were bringing out the comments that she said back in the 90s about how she felt about the LGBTQIA plus community, and that we need to be and that we need to be found through the path of God and righteousness, and etc. So it's not just the 2016 and $20,000. It's she don't give a fuck about us.
It's like, hey, girl,
and that's what matters the most. I can care less about the money part. It's the part of being like that towards the queer community where she made so much money off of because how much we played that fucking song.
And again, this is why
the part I just don't like.
That's why I was hoping that since the news broke, because by the time this aired, this would have been at least a week, that she would have had some kind of statement. There would have been some additional press to give a counterpoint to the news, but it's been radio silent. So we just got to go with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been
go out the door.
Bye.
Turn around.
She
now.
said she said it back in the 90s, and she stood by it now.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Damn. And then how did it take this long for us to know? She been saying this shit. I'm like, damn.
Well, and that's the thing, and it just goes back to how news moved around the 90s compared to today. Because now we can go back in the archives and we can see shit that was said in magazines and stuff like that way more easier. And then again, we also, our community had the whole AIDS epidemic as well too. So that song during that time while she was saying shit was such a key part of of the fight that I don't think anybody was even remotely looking for anything that she said in any other magazine.
Well, whoever was the whistleblower, it was probably somebody that was mad because she didn't give her $20 or whatever. It was probably somebody who's like, you're not gonna pay me. I'm gonna show who you be paying. And now she ain't get no check. She done fucked up her
baby.
She better sit down.
Going down.
She better down. Because ain't
she was making on that check every June.
No, baby. I hope that $20,000 was well spent, because baby, you ain't getting another nickel.
Yeah. And I bet not hear that song ever at a gay bar ever again.
I know.
I don't want to hear it and I don't want to hear. I want to hear a remix of it. I don't want to hear that song at all ever again in a gay bar.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Damn, we can't even listen to the Shantae Savage version no more.
No, so we can't.
That's a good ass version too. Yeah. Your R&B heads know which one I'm talking about. Damn.
Yeah. But you know what?
But maybe she didn't write it though. Maybe Gloria Gaynor didn't write it, and we just played the Shantae Savage version.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Once it's tainted, it's tainted.
I know.
It's tainted.
Damn.
It's like trying to listen to like an R. Kelly record. Like,
I know
you might, but it feels disgusting every single time. Because I have to say that I've listened to one or two songs since everything broke.
They good, but you're like, damn.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy it the same.
I know. I was just talking about that with somebody at the Woods. Met this he handsome as shit too. This fine black man.
What's his name? Kai.
No, it might have been. That was a quote name, so it might have been. If it was him, I get it, bitch. But anyway, we were talking about that, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what? I low key still listen to R. Kelly." I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "I want to, but I can't do it."
I deleted
because what happened was, "You Are Not Alone" came on the speakers.
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "I haven't heard this song because R. Kelly wrote it." He's like, "Yeah, look, yeah. Every once in a while, I gotta listen to an R. Kelly song." I was like, "I get it. That's your choice." I was like, I literally had years ago one day where I played R. Kelly all day, had me a good old time,
Yep.
and shut it down since.
I mean, I know a lot of people have like polarizing views on cancel culture, but like low key, this is a certain level of accountability, because when you are a person of notoriety, of celebrity, in a space of influence, and you've essentially built your career on, the backs of a particular community. And I'm talking to you too, Target. We now vote with our dollars. Ain't no, like no public apology, crocodile tears. We don't need it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So as far as I'm concerned, delete the memory of it even existing.
Get the Men in Black.
Like, sorry to this woman. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, damn, Gloria.
Who?
You're right. And then shout out to the California State Patrol for protecting Kamala. Thank you.
Yes.
Because old boy in the White House playing around, and that shit's fucked up and upsetting. So thank you for stepping up and protecting her, because she needs it. Clearly, she's a huge public figure and a huge political figure that needs protecting, because she served this country. So anyway, so I'll just leave it at that before I get too upset again about it. But because that shit pissed me the fuck off. But anyway, it's September now. It's wild that we're in the back half of the year already again.
Yeah.
So kids are back in school. So hopefully, I know a lot of y'all are probably happy about that.
Sweater weather. I'm here for it. Like, I know you. I can already tell. I can already tell that I'm ready, because like my appetite is changing. Now all I want soup. I want stews. I want carbs. I want that kind of stuff. I want hearty, meaty, stick to your ribs kind of. I mean, maybe that's the Ohio in me, but like, that's what I want.
Hearty and meaty, stick to your ribs. I know that's right.
Did you say that intellectually, or did you say that emotionally?
Yes. Both. But anyway, anything else on your hearts and minds before we get out of here?
I would just like to say, for all of our new listeners, if you hadn't had an opportunity, we would really encourage you to not only like and share and subscribe, but also to write us some feedback. Go out to the streaming services that you're on, whether it's YouTube or Apple or Spotify or wherever it is you stream, and leave us a review. Hopefully it's 5-star. Hopefully you're enjoying it, but those really help us to keep our podcast getting promoted, and we get to reach new audiences. That's so true. If you haven't had a chance to do that already, and if you're a long-term listener and you haven't done that for us, get on out there.
That part.
Write a little something.
And if you be watching on YouTube, I want y'all to know I be in the comments and I be replying back too. So I don't be on the socials like that, but for some reason YouTube get me. I be in them comments. So if you want to interact with Auntie Henny, I'll be in them comments too on YouTube. So,
and shout out to millionpodcast.com, by the way. We were ranked as one of the best 40 Black queer podcasts.
Number 5.
That's dope. Yes.
Number 5 in the list.
That's craziness.
For sure.
And shout out to like our brothers at Surface Level. They were on there. Our sisters at Bad Queers. They was on there. So so that was dope. That was dope. Cause I went to the Met, and coming out of the Met, like in the Met. And by the way, the dandyism exhibit, well done. Got inspired. I was like, damn, I need to start dressing again instead of just little like t-shirts and shit I be doing now. That shit was fire. Shit was fire. But
it's a cool
couldn't
exhibit.
Get signal in the Met. And then coming out, like the phone's like, and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay, that's dope. So shout out to millionpodcast.com. We appreciate that recognition.
Yeah.
So again, to go with the one I was saying, a lot of those reviews and things like that help us get noticed by just different publications and things like that. And yeah. So anyway, anything else on your hearts and minds?
No, none over here.
All right. Well, we'll get Jarrell out here to go love on his man birthday. Tell Fizz we say hey and happy birthday. And
I will.
Until next week, wash your hands, your ass, and get in with your hands, your legs, and your ass. See, the ass was important. Shit.
Actually, take a bath, bitch. Take a bath. Get all in the water, okay?
Spread
Dunk your head all up in there.
Squeeze you up.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.